Hi, this is Hunter from Ford Lincoln of Franklin in Franklin, Tennessee. And today we're going to be looking at how to properly set up a car seat, not only to better ensure your child's safety, but to also make it easier on you as a parent. Providing us with the demonstration today will be Jason Webb from the Franklin Fire Department. Now for this exercise, we will be using one of our 2019 Lincoln Nautiluses, but everything that we show in this video is universal across all car brands and models installed with the latch system. So without further ado, let's shoot it over to Jason.
So we're going to install this car seat. This is a rear-facing convertible car seat, so we can go rear-facing or forward-facing. And we're going to use the lower anchors, part of the latch system of the vehicle. Latch stands for lower anchors and tethers for children, and they're really simple. There's a tag on every single vehicle made that's got the same symbol on it. It's either going to be a tag like this or it'll be a plastic round button, and underneath it there's a metal bar. That's universal across every vehicle manufacturer, and installation is as simple as clicking it in just like that. Do the same thing to the other side. Kind of straighten it up a little bit. We'll put a little bit of pressure in the bottom and then just tighten it up. Now what we're looking for is less than 1 inch of movement side to side. So this one still needs to be tightened up a little bit. Leather seats can be kind of difficult just because the seat doesn't have as much to grip onto. And a lot of parents do like to put seat protectors down. They want to protect the leather. We don't recommend that unless they're either made by the vehicle manufacturer or the seat manufacturer. The reason for that is they've not been crash tested if they're made by a third company. So now we've achieved less than 1 inch of movement side to side, and what I'm doing is I'm grabbing right here where this belt's going through, and that's where I'm checking. One of the other things we want to do is this seat, because it is a forward, it can go forward facing, it also has a top tether that right now is unsecured. On most of these seats there's a small ring to attach it to up here on the top part of the seat. We just want to make sure that's secure. We do want a clean cabin as much as possible, so we want to keep flying debris from flying around and hitting our children and ourselves. That can do a lot of damage. One of the other things we want to be sure that our child passenger seat and the seat in front of it do not contact. Doesn't have to be a huge gap, but as long as you can kind of pass your hand through, that's fine. Alright, so now we're going to install the same rear-facing convertible seat in the forward-facing mode. One of the first things that I've always found is easiest is to go ahead and take the top tether, which is going to be on the back of the seat, and go ahead and run it underneath the headrest. Again, consult the seat owner's manual or the vehicle owner's manual to find out exactly where and how that needs to be run around or underneath the headrest, and whether the headrest needs to be removed and stowed or not. In this case, we'll just leave the headrest as it is. We'll get out and mess with that in just a moment. But we're going to use the seat belt this time. So last time we used the lower anchors, and we want to be sure that those are secured just like we secured the top tether last time. These do have a spot. Usually there's a ring, and we'll just hook right into that so that those are secured and they're not going to fly around and hit our children. So we'll take the seat belt out, give ourselves a little bit of slack, a little bit of room to work with. Make sure there's no twists or anything in the seat belt. And we'll pass it in the forward facing position around the back of the seat. And then buckle it up as normal. All right, from there, what we want to do, and this is important, we want to actually pull the seat belt all the way out and make sure it locks. So as I let it go back in, it will not come back out. You can usually hear a slight clicking sound with this. If it does come back out, then you need to pull it all the way out again. And if you cannot get it to lock, use a different seat. Again, we're going to put a little bit of pressure in the bottom of the seat. We'll just pull the belt tight. Getting it back up into the retractor. So again, here we are, we're tight again. So inside this part of the car, we're ready to go. Now we'll attach the back top tether strap. So back here, we've already got our tether strap run, and we're going to attach it right on the silver bar there. There will be a picture above each one of these that looks like a child passenger seat, the vehicle seat, with an anchor going over the back. We'll just snug that up. All right, so we're going to talk a little bit about the harness in the car seat. So a lot of parents ask, how tight does it need to be? What I tell them is that it needs to be so tight that they're not going to fly out if you hit something, but you don't want them to just be turning blue because they can't breathe. How we judge is usually if we can pinch a little bit of fabric up at the top of the shoulder, that's what we're looking for. Anything more than that, we need to tighten it up, but if we can get some fabric up, then we need to tighten it up just a touch. We absolutely do not recommend children wearing any kind of jacket inside the car seat because most children's jackets, one, are very puffy, and two, have a polyester shell, which these webbing straps will not grip onto. So where the straps enter the car seat, if we have a child that's rear facing, we want them to be at or below the break of the shoulder, ideally right at the top of the shoulder. But if you had to choose, we'd want you to go below. That reverses with forward facing. So with forward facing, we'd want our straps to be at or above. Again, ideally as close to the child as possible, right across the top of the shoulder. Each seat is a little bit different in how the straps move. With this seat, you would take the strap off of the ear just like that. Pull them out the front. And move them wherever they need to be. With this seat over here, which is a slightly more expensive seat, we have a red handle at the top, and that moves the seat back up and down. So it all depends on how much, what kind of features the seat has. Just like in vehicles, the higher up you go in price, the more features that you can get. But just because you've spent $1,000 on a car seat does not mean that it is the best one out there. Every single seat that's on the market meets the exact same standards put out by the federal government. So you don't have to spend $1,000 on a car seat and think that it's going to be so much better than the $65 seat that you can find online or at Walmart. One of the things that we want is brand new seats. We don't like hand-me-down seats. We don't like secondary seats. If it's ever been involved in an accident, insurance companies will pay for the new seat. We suggest that not only the seat, but also however the seat was attached to the vehicle, whether it be through the lower anchors, the tether, the seat belt. We want that entire system replaced. Again, not just for the child, but for everybody in the vehicle. So if you're in the Lincoln Nautilus and you have a driver, front passenger, and a car seat, and you're involved in an accident, you need to speak with your insurance company about replacing the seat belts for the driver, front passenger, and however the car seat was attached to the vehicle. So this is our infant only. This is a base, and this is the seat itself. So our base, the installation for the base is going to be the exact same as the installation with the rear-facing convertible seat. So if you chose to use lower anchors, then the strap's the same. You just look for the indicator in the vehicle and clip it in. Again, about 20 pounds of pressure in the bottom of the base. Tighten it down, less than 1 inch side-to-side motion. If you chose to use a seat belt, again, that's fine. You would just run it wherever it's marked the belt path. Again, securing the lower anchor connectors. Clip it in, pull the seat belt all the way out, wait till you hear the clicking, or the seat belt will not come back out of the retractor, and tighten it down the exact same way. With this seat in particular, this base can be used by itself, or this carrier rather, can be used without the base and by itself. It can only be used with the seat belt. You would route it through the holders on either side, making sure that you're level with the indicator on the side of the seat. And again, weight in the bottom, make sure you pull the seat belt all the way out, and make sure it's locked, tighten it down. Again, 1 inch side to side is our kind of our grace period. Consult your owner's manual on these especially. Some have stipulations as far as where the carry handle can be stowed. They may not want it to be traveled like this or that, but consult the owner's manual. If you ever have a question about child passenger safety, always consult the owner's manual. Both the owner's manual for the seat itself and the owner's manual for the vehicle. Seating positions, how to lock the seat belt, where everything is, that's all in the owner's manual for either the seat or the vehicle manufacturer.
Special thanks today to the Franklin Fire Department and Jason Webb for properly showing us how to install the car seats using the latch system. When in doubt, be sure to consult the vehicle and the seat manufacturer owner's manual. Or feel free to stop in or give us a call at 615-794-4585. Thanks again.